Kameho na yema the nation's counselor Akwaba Shogo. Papa.
Hello.
Right. It's Papa Wadaruma and marital relationship solutions. If you give me the go ahead, then I start right away.
Let's go.
Right. Was a good evening, Auntie Valerie, please. I would want counselor to help me with this particular situation. I don't know how to go about it, and I am a bit confused. Now, I was dating this guy for close to 5 good years, and he showed no signs of seriousness with regards to the long journey. Now, I told him that if he isn't ready for me and that he wouldn't be taking me any further, then I would suggest that he breaks up with me, just so our situation wouldn't be one of a bitter one, but a mutual understanding where we both go our separate ways. He told me that if that is what I want, then I can go ahead and do exactly that. Auntie Valerie, I was sad by his answer because that is not what I want. I was expecting that this man would stand for me and make me know that indeed he does love me. Auntie Valerie, fast forward this year, I don't know what happened, but in between, before we entered into July, I met this wonderful gentleman and things are going beautifully for me. All of a sudden, this new person that I have met is willing and ready to go the extra mile, showing all signs of seriousness, and is even willing and ready to do the necessary right by me, just even before he lays with me. Auntie Valerie, I am stunned. I am very excited about everything that is happening, but something has come up, and that is my ex. He's suddenly in the picture, telling the other gentleman to break up with me, and that he believes that that particular gentleman doesn't love me as much as he does. And this time around, he's ready to do right by me. Auntie Valerie, he even went ahead to ask him how much he's willing and ready to take from him just so he would break up with me. If this isn't wizardry, I don't know what it is. My boyfriend asked me if I knew this gentleman, and I told him yes, I did, and he happens to be in my past. Shouldn't listen to anything that he's saying, and that we should move on. My boyfriend is telling me to report this situation to the police. Go ahead and make my family know exactly what is happening. But then, he has been good to me. I'm scared of turning things to the extreme. Counselor, what do I do? How do I handle this situation so that I do not get entangled? Because this is 5 years and this is 3 months. Please help me.
This is a beautiful, let's go straight.
Right.
This is a beautiful lady. She finds herself in love with a gentleman.
Right.
For how many years? For
5
several
years.
years. 5 years.
Yes, please.
And
First
she's confused. She's confused.
Right.
And then the S comes in. So let me go.
Right. Mamin Kanye. 5 years no.
Yes.
An ex. Nanu ya de ya wonene chimpne a very recent person.
Okay.
But new one way is very say why na adwen say ono no oba no person won ne bobra.
Okay.
O person won ne tena.
Okay.
Enti say amamre what say be man ye no. Aye na adwen say
that is the new one.
That is the new one.
Okay.
All of a sudden ex number back into the picture.
Okay.
Obi o mo abreki up no.
After 5 years.
After 5 years. Waba say Rachina woni abayiwa no wo hono skabia be man person wo be man enyai ge no then just wan ko ge no ho direct
okay
oko be man ho
okay it's like warning jai asumesi achidi
sa na say enye warning kura subtle
warning I understand now please.
Right.
All right, so the ex actually went to the new guy.
Yes, sir.
It's like warning. Again, the man sky na abeji. Skakra na pa be the man the chiridi.
Sir.
And then rather go to the lady to say, I ain't gonna do then royal mouth.
Right.
I think so between Jan and Jan my ready.
Right.
All right, so words are not enough to be the proof of love.
Okay.
Everybody can profess love by lips, but your deeds, your work, your commitment determines how much you love the person.
Okay.
Eti be the manu betumi aka wodo. O man ne de o manu fa na yi maye no nso o makoma de and come in nyame ho. So the truth is that somebody can proclaim or claim to love you, but it is not what they said, it is their action. The things they do around what they say will determine. That is why they say actions speak louder than
words.
Thank you. Eti the only pattern nyina na wugidi de wo to so you can be very disappointed. Because words, I would say words are cheap. But words are cheap, but words are very expensive. And so people do not put value on words. People can say things anyhow, talk anyhow, and they think that what they are saying is free.
Right.
And so this dispensation, this generation, will be a bien and I love you. Will be a bien and I love you. Now, Baba, where Timmy and I made sure say, and yet the Abema can't hear, and I'll be the actually.
Hey,
who will be other one better so and you be menu masam.
Okay.
Ni suni ni banya what they can be dono. Na be dono then they actually buy.
Okay.
Do you see commitment? Do you see loyalty?
Right.
Do you see consistency?
Beautiful.
Do you see transparency? If you don't see some of these things, I me la be do and count.
Okay.
Number 2, somebody can be with you, but not for you.
Hey.
Obi betumi no wanante anam obel eya wo se wodo nenso wanya wo dia. Somebody can be with you but not for you.
Not for you.
So life is in phases.
Okay.
Or phrases. The fact that I can be with you, the same way I'm with you. The possibility that the next 1 year to come, people might not see me with you again, very high. It means that I was with you, but I wasn't for you.
Okay.
If I am for you and meant for you, Jack, nothing separates us.
True.
Because we are ready. But you see, for you, I'm not talking about with you. For you comes with a price.
Okay.
I need to pay a price. Number 1, I need to consciously make up my mind that if I can be for you, I need to plant and water it. In other words, me come a door or say a young way, so that you can be for me, I can be for you.
Right.
So words are not enough, words are cheap. Number 2, your ex can make a mistake.
Okay.
And decide to come back and become the best. Especially when they feel at a point that they think they've lost something good.
Right.
Nevertheless, whenever an ex return, please don't run to embrace them.
Okay.
Make sure that you set parameters. You set, I don't want to use the word rules. I don't want to use the word, you set boundaries.
Okay.
The okoye na buy, then am I buy. Do you want to just come and have your way?
Okay.
Sex? Or you're actually here for a good reason? So that umbe pamo kwame.
Right.
Nature kwage unsanko. Na kwame abome, no abome. So I look straight into the camera to tell every young beautiful lady watching me that anytime your ex come, please give them boundaries. Shewon kakra. Jire chire na hwe ni. Number 1, men in debut. Number 2, men jini nsem ni saa. Number 3, do ho echen ne numu nsem. Enti de oba ni se biye me nsa we nyina na mehwe afi de me be chere krache we serious ampa come maame mo. Come papa mo. Na fe de ma me hu se next level. Okoji list in ba it's not enough a proof. Because some men can go to the extent to go and take the list and still decide to strike when they want to strike.
True.
Now engagement to Kuragu, where do you cry a divorce? Not less. So list is not enough.
Yeah.
It's Okoji list in the next thing is you have to turn your mind, you have to talk. So about house why is serious. Let me see how serious you are.
Right.
Near to level. Nevertheless, the lady should understand that now. New guy Abba.
Okay.
This guy left you broke.
Okay.
Left you broken.
Yes,
left
sir.
you sad. And then somebody comes in to repair your emotions. And the person is not too bad.
Right.
The person has not hurt you, harm you. He hasn't even lied. Only evidence be a say, and then the ex comes up with his head and say, Pamasumesi, please. Or goes to the guy and say, Jame Valerie Chidi. Namaba dear, Namaba. I think that the lady knowing about it should call the guy and warn him.
Okay.
And tell him, Jack, you left me and somebody came to repair me. You didn't see the value in me. You didn't see the beauty in me. You didn't believe in my future. If somebody has come to repair me, let me be. So the lady has a responsibility to prove the ex wrong.
Okay.
That Jack, you don't belong here anymore.
Okay.
So that the guy can back off. If not, the guy might think that lady didn't catch a crowd here, and the lady in the crowd confused. As I still have my way, because definitely the new guy is going to tell the lady that Jack,
right.
So the lady should be able to call the ex and then not just set a boundary, warn him that Jack, if you threaten this guy, you won't like, where you going to be. And the guy who is the new guy should also be bold enough.
Right.
To tell the guy that the next time you call me, you'll be arrested.
Right.
You can't call me in the halfway, threaten me and say that menjane chiridia or you are ready to pay me off. As a whole threaten me, partial threat or threaten. So for me,
so Beman is what catch it again and say, oh, monko catch the police because their boy na.
So it's good. So if the girl loves the new guy,
no, so she's not taking it extreme. That's the ending part of the story.
There is nothing extreme when somebody says, "Look at me, one day I will shoot you."
Okay.
I don't have to wait for the one day. I just need to strike now. So please go make a report to the police. Put it down. Send your baby that chance empty. So please don't wait to that limit or that extent.
Because
for me,
emotions are at play.
And when emotions are at play, you cannot predict what it will do to you. It's a mess. Say, only new guy, and they should go to the police. Number two, they should not allow the guy, block the guy, or the normal for hello block. But once the police is involved, number blocking the man who say, or lady number who say, Jack, no way. I think that the guy will go. But lady here, I don't want to go to the stream. With the Jan or San or say, maybe I'll be your friend. I want to be door. Maka just me jaw. Because you Maka just me jaw. Me Canada. That guy, that's why I'm confused. No. Ompa. So, young ladies, please, if you don't want an ex to come back, there is a way to limit him. Don't entertain him. If you want to block him. But then when they go extreme to your new guy, please, guys, do something about it. Thank you.
Right. Mami, and the next story na Yenfa Entwa. So this is coming from a young gentleman that says, "Dear Valerie, please kindly make counselor help me so that I would make the right decision. Now, after I broke up with my girlfriend 2 years ago, I found this very cool, calm, collected young woman that I was rolling with. Now, it wasn't more or less a proposal. It just the relationship that goes right on the onset. I wouldn't know how to explain it, but then I believe you understand exactly where I'm coming from. That kind of relationship where you just go with the flow and before you realize you people are dating. Now, she's been good to me. I have been good to her too. But there's this new person that I have met and I believe she fits the role to become my wife. Now, my issue here is how to break up with this old new person just so I wouldn't be breaking hearts and be making sure that things are done correctly. It kept me very, 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 very sleepless at night. And I decided that I would gather all the courage just so I would do right. So I spoke to her, told her that I believe she has done no wrong and that I was willing and ready to pacify her from anything at all that she asked from me and that I would want her to move on. Sweet Val, the lady says she's not going anywhere and that I haven't done anything to her. And up until I tell her exactly what she has done wrong, she's willing and ready to make amends. She's willing and ready to do anything possible to ensure that our relationship stands. She's a good person, but she's not somebody that I see a long-term journey with. She's cool. This other person is lively. She's sweet. The other person is very welcoming and very sociable. The things she does and how she goes about things is what even makes me love her more. But this other person is cool, quiet, calm, and always in her closet and doesn't want to do things out of the ordinary. Now, I am confused. Ask counselor for me. How do I go about this situation? And mind you, the new person doesn't know that the old person exists. Counselor.
I think that this guy is actually making the mistakes we have made.
Wow.
Indecisiveness.
Right.
As a young man, as you grow up, you must know what you're looking for. You will say, I say, oh, wine daching, and I saw your day daching, and now who do you want to become?
Right.
The gentleman will look at us and tell us, doctor, this and that and that and that.
Right.
Okay. So you will say, Oba ben sana opa, and also to minka, utuwika. Now then, I wabro brusui. Indecisiveness will lead a young man astray.
Okay.
To go through the hands of women he should not touch. Indecisiveness has caused a lot of young men curses. Indecisiveness has led a lot of men to break the hearts of innocent women.
Oh.
Indecisiveness. When a man starts the journey of love and does not know what he wants. To who know for our pe, who na ya our pe, who satinti our pe, who satiti ase, indecisiveness.
Right.
Now, I think that this very young guy is a very confused young guy.
Okay.
How do you start a relationship with somebody you don't propose to?
The situations
in the name of Neyakaleke, in the name of Yemi flow, like you see on Pebala, ya won't say infatuation. That's all. A mixed feeling in between lust and love. So like you don't know where you stand. And so you feel like you are in love. And then you go to taste 1, 2, 3, realize that you are not in love. And yet, lady in a bad lady. You listen to the story.
Right.
Right. And was now Mamika be if you are not disciplined mentally, and I repeat, every young man who is watching me, if you are not disciplined mentally, you cannot be satisfied with any woman that God brings on your path or on your way.
Okay.
The reason is that every woman you meet has something special about her that makes her unique.
Okay.
But what am I saying?
Yes, sir.
Tibishia Valawi, Nambishia Emilia, Nambishia Teresa, Nambishia Abigail, Nambishia Joyce. Say before Bishio Munina, Uber he said there's something unique about them that this one doesn't have.
Okay.
And so if you're a young man and you are not mentally matured, you are not sensitive, you are not focused, you are not disciplined and determined, then you keep moving from one woman to the other, one lady to the other.
Right.
Because you say, the enemy po we mumenya, but menya waha. Ukotranka krabe 1, 2 years, you realize that, menya ba could be, hey, we've been na me peno. No. Maminko adwadi midi can share the first one. Ono the na kama. By the time a young guy gets to probably 25 to 30, not in my 20 other. It is not always last. Indecisiveness can lead a young man astray.
Okay.
So I said to the young man, the harm or the mistake has already been made, but guide your mind. If you mind your mind will mind you.
Hey.
If you pay attention to yourself, your mind, and you're able to think through life, you will know you are making a mistake you shouldn't make. Because now you are telling us that, right? What is wrong with this one? Now you go to tell this one, and she says that the first one, I am not going anywhere. Tell me my fault. Tell me what I did wrong. That is making you move on. Because but no, there's something wrong somewhere. Now she's saying no to you simply because she feels like you have deceived her emotions. Okay. Can I tell you this? No amount of money can pay the pain of a woman.
Oh, already. Yay!
No amount of money can pay the bitterness of a woman. Wow. No amount of money can be enough for the tears of a woman. And so when you hurt them emotionally, they are not looking for money. To this say, I don't need your money.
Right.
It's about my emotions. It's not about my money. Or it's not about your money. And so, please, let's understand that, young men, if you want to start this journey, take it right.
Okay.
Focus and know what you want. Don't start and come with stories.
Right.
Now, what should the young lady do or the young man do? Because the young man wrote it. Number one, if you think that this first one came by accident, please, if you are able to solve it, I won't teach you how to solve it. But because you went to yourself, come out yourself. If you're able to solve it and resolve it, please make sure this second one you claim. that she's an angel, you don't also disappoint her, because surely there will be wickedness.
Okay. Okay.
The lady, if she's watching or she's not watching, somebody might learn from it. She will understand that when a man tells you that I'm out of the game, there is nothing you can do to a man. Bema also on do be mondo. Opa the chosu go for busia for nyina ba. Also on do. Now pray now ko don still on do. And I'm not sure every woman or any woman, sorry, will want to experience something in the hands of a man who doesn't love her. It will be crazy. You won't love it. And so please, when a man says, no, I'm good to go, I'm done with you, please, woman, hey, yeah, move on. Don't be begging a man. Don't ever beg a man for love. Don't do that. You are begging for pain. And then also the young man, please, if you think that now you are stuck, the second one, find a way and tell her to go because there's somebody. Or tell them the truth.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
That sister, the truth is that me not starting, I didn't propose. It was infatuation last. And now I have somebody I think I love. I want to move on. Tell the truth because women will hate it. When you break up with them, they may be hurt, but they don't have a problem. But when they see that you left them because of another woman, they feel like you are trying to abuse their emotions and you've taken them for granted. They will not let you go. Words will be spoken. Pain will cry. Bitterness will rain curses on you. You will not be okay. So for me, I sit here as a young man to tell all the young men, when you want to start this journey, please be focused and be decisive because all women are not same. And that is the problem. For me, I don't think, I think that indecisiveness, he's confused. So please, walk out and walk out firmly and then also confess your sin to one another.
All right, thank you so much, Councillor D.Y. Donkoh. The last story that says, Auntie Valerie, please kindly lay before Councillor this particular sensitive situation. I have been stunned for 2 weeks now, but I'm trying to keep a composure just so I would be able to go about my daily activities. Auntie Valerie, please, I got married to my wife in the year 2015. During that particular time, she asked that we adopt because it was part of something she had always looked out for and craved for right from the beginning, even though she knows God is going to bless her with her own. She convinced me to the core, and I felt it was such a beautiful and heartwarming thing to do. So I decided that anything that she says or anybody she would want to choose, I will support her, whatever the case may be. Now, Auntie Valerie, she adopted this beautiful young girl from one of these orphanage homes. I would want to keep, private because of the situation we find ourselves in. And as at that particular time, the girl or the child we adopted was 6 years. I went ahead to sign the papers and did all the necessary paperwork just so I would be able to call her my own and be able to father her without any complications forthwith in the future. Now, Auntie Valerie, this is it. God has blessed us with 3 beautiful children up until my wife fell ill. Her ailment was questionable. Now, when we got to the hospital, it was such that she had to be admitted. And then the doctor told me that her blood level is down and that we would need somebody with her same blood type just to donate blood to her. Now, because of my blood type and that of hers, our children have mixed blood groups, that is AB-AB. Now, our adopted daughter asked that if she could also donate, especially when we were checking on virtually everybody at that time, because we had to make sure that we, the family, was ready to take care of her even before we go to the blood bank. After checks, it was said that the first girl, that is the adopted daughter, could donate blood to the mother. The doctor said something that amazed me. says this child has virtually everything just like her mother. I was confused. So I asked the doctor what exactly he meant by that. And he told me outright that this child belonged to my wife. I was dumbfounded. Auntie Valerie, I asked the doctor playfully to do a blood test just so I would know exactly where I stand as well, since it is our daughter. I didn't tell him that our child is an adopted one. And she even didn't know exactly what was happening. To cut a long story short, came out positive. My wife is back from the hospital. Don't know how to go about it. Don't understand why she would lie to me. If that was indeed her child, why did she have to go through all the hooks and cranny of sending her to an orphanage home just to bring her into our matrimonial home? It is leaving me speechless. I'm questioning even my existence and even that of my own biological children. From her, her parents, and what she has been up to. Counselor, please help me. Else, I do not know what to do next. Papa?
What to do next? Sit down with your wife and ask questions. Don't let things bother you to the extent that it eats your emotions as a man to break you down. If you don't understand some things as a man, be a man. Confront your wife, but do it respectfully. And I always say that. Men, yes, as a ma benti, be ma be seen the boy beti ma be body day. You don't need it. The only day be or into boss yes, it's the best way. Sit with your wife. This one I won't talk much. And then ask questions. Ajwa, the so-called adopted daughter, or your oba, and our oba. It's since you call hospital, no, or blood group or whatever, no, and the DNA, chere or your oba. And the I am a worker class, you can find the free of funding, you be sure what they are doing, colano. They were only related things as a bond to be. And then with the emergency, so then it's like your ban I'll share that yes, Anna, because you don't understand yourself. Now, banning can't just say I am a bar. You see, sometimes people lie out of fear and out of punishment. Things happen. We've all lied before. You have lied before. Somebody watching me, you've lied before. We've all made mistakes. We should not sometimes sit here and conclude on the matters arising.
Right.
Because Charlie, go for bread. What would him say? Okay, in the way the number so that somebody will sit back and say, "Can I remember number so? Can I remember number so? I must have so. Look at the ever copy. Look at the ever copy. You know, you know, look at copy. But at a point in time, some way, somehow, when we were dating, even in marriage, people are still lying.
True.
Cause she went to do in a winter. I will hear me. I will see. And to do in a winter. You kept lying to your fiancé. And then Yamia don't know Mawari now, or be no cranny, dini bema, no credini about. I hope you understand. So we all made mistakes, or we've all made mistakes, or we all make. So for me, Bacho, Yanka Sabibre, Bearman in Waban and Trans, it will book one. So yes, Sabi, Sabem be so called about. Bearman to be with Chow about Rosa and way. Miniba. No Mawade, at Witty, no about what to say, eh, because all Babakum, you knew me and say, and now you know, a shabby. Na Yawum. Na woba na mene askoju kwajen kwala ne bra enye hwe fom bra ana pani bi etu woba ne ya de na so sabe e bia na onwa de o na osuro so ka no kora kire okra na member bi kora tibi ka kire o mo yere no mo nne se na menim se me ka kire se me woba ba ko a ubegya me ti na metwa atro fa che me ye de a che ne na me ba che o e ma ne de o mo je ye mma na be ma na de o tumi nje woba aba. And so me I think that why mistake na wi. So busana pano ka say and banana usura. Let go. Sabi akwala already there is a bond between the man and the child, the daughter. Let's move on. Don't let anybody know about this. You don't need it. just move on.
Na say kura na akula no wedi 14 years.
Come on, big
because
girl.
2016,
Big
2015, now wedi 6 years.
Big girl.
Say wedi 14
years.
years.
Social kura again maybe we know school or form kakra. Be 18, 17,
and
19.
Ama bema na na nense wonom na de na bibi say no no eno na ha no no.
De ha no.
Say na chese nense wonom nim say ne yere awowa no wo ba. Anase wonyem ye ewo
oba na busia.
Oba na busia.
Anomambo na mane. It is not their duty. It is not their duty to tell any man. Say, Pacho, your baba ya be wadu no baba ko ya bon one. No, your duty. It is the duty of the girl to do that. But you know, we have a responsibility to tell the truth. Nobody lies for you. You lie for yourself.
Hey.
And so why would somebody defend you by telling your husband to be or your husband that Pacho Oban wow? No, I mean, so don't blame the family. Let's focus on the lady telling the truth to the man. Why? Pepe so boy you do abrabo man throw here bi. Do credit ni here. Can correct. Baby, I will chat to wapem. Yeah, can correct. Speak truth to your neighbor, and let's stop lying to one another. Because how long are you going to lie? How far can you go with lies? The truth stands. You don't have to force to tell the truth. The lies will not stand the test of time. For me, the gentleman should be a gentleman enough. Love God. Ask the woman peacefully, humbly, respectfully. Don't rush. Don't shout. Ubisa no kind of crap out. It's okay. Membo be auntie. Akola mon no.
Odono dada.
Or sound on more.
Odono dada.
Or sound on more.
Oh.
Or your barney bar on dono. I mean, yeah, Sabi Senko or your janka sabi. Kwakofana or
Wafana or her na de.
Don't know obey or your bar. Why not?